We are? Okay, thank you everyone for joining our Chan class for Asia. Today I'm still at Gold Forest when I was scheduled to be down at WMT. We're still here today because after tomorrow's lecture, I will be driving down to WMT, and because next weekend we start our summer cheese. So I'll be down there for 3 weeks in a row, so I figured I'd be here for 3 weeks just to balance things out. All right, it's exciting times for us because the summer cheese are here with us again, and this year, for your pleasure, we are installing finally some HVAC in that WMT. Don't get too excited now. Okay, we wanted to do more, but we have some permit issues, so we installing half of what we wanted to do. So you can start by getting excited half only. Okay, so that's the beginning of our. I've decided to spiff up. Adorn the way place, the WMT. We've been ignored it for several years now, and now is the time to make it more adorned, because I expect we are signing Master Z there, so I expect him to make it flourish. Okay, no pressure on him, but we're starting now with installing some AC and heat down there, because it's real hot down there in Southern California, and then we probably paint and get stuff and so forth. Don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I'm open to suggestions. I've been working. Because I'm poor, my excuse has been, I'm teaching no marks Chan. I don't need no statues, I don't need no temples. I only need a public tree to sit under. Notice our logo, Bodhi Light International logo, it says so loudly, speaks so loudly right there. I'm poor, so I work under trees. But thanks to your generosity and from the Buddhist and Bodhisattva support, we're able to get more and more way places, and it's time to make it look like reasonably resembling way places. How's that? Okay, so we start doing that. It should be fun. And also have some good news as well. In Seoul, we got a new place. First, I was hoping to be able to buy a place in Seoul, but as we looked more closely, too expensive. Okay, I thought I could just simply cost as much as buying a few ACVC at WMT. Well, actually, it costs a lot more than that. So, but anyway, regardless, we're getting a really good place, and so I'm excited about that. At least it's a very good location and a very touristic place. So those of you who wish to in Asia, who wish to go to Seoul for the weekend or something, or for a short stay, you're welcome to go there. And around there is all tourist stuff. Should be a lot of fun for you. All right, but next weekend we will begin our 4 weeks cheese for the summer. And we excited about that. I like it because this is, as we've been doing this every year now, I appreciate it more and more because I see how people improved consistently. Most of you who come to attend the cheese improved. Okay, so it's a very cool Chinese patriarch's methodology where you intensively practice for 7 days in stretches of 7 days, or maybe even shorter, and that's all the time you have. And it does wonders for all the participants so far. Okay, there's few exceptions, of course, but in general, 80%, 90% got a lot out of it. Okay, a lot more than anticipated. Also, this year, we also are doing for the first time a 1-in Qi in the US. So we're excited about that as well. Namo 1 in Pusa. Maybe with this, I will become her boy. But anyway, so it's great. We're gonna do that, and so if you have the chance, come and join us. We have a 4 Qi, 1-in Qi, 4 Qi, and 2 weeks of Chan Qi for the summer. For those of you who are expected harsher conditions, meaning WMT can be very hot. It's like as hot as hell in the summertime. Okay, it's incredibly uncomfortable. But you know, as I get older now, and going downhill from here on, we finally broke down and installed some HVAC and add more as if we feel that you have an opportunity. Okay, so I'm very grateful for the hard work and the support from our people who have been working at WMT and getting it ready and giving us some air conditioning for the summer cheese. And thank you very much for that. All right. Any questions about it? This is fun. We're getting more things for you. Yes, go ahead, broadcast JC.
네, 들리세요? 네, 질문이 네, 들리나요? 네, 질문이 2개 있습니다. 첫 번째 질문은 집에서 예불 할 때 모든 걸 따라하라고 하셨습니다. 대비참을 집에서 할 때 향, 꽃공양을 어떻게 해야 하는지가 궁금합니다.
Hello? No, I can't hear you.
Okay. So my first question is, you told us to follow everything when we are following the ceremony from our home. So for instance, for great compassion, repentance, I want to know how to do the incense and the flowers.
Incense and flowers? Okay. Ask your local sinim how to do that. It's kind of hard for me to demonstrate to you when I have no incense or no flowers. Okay, so please ask the local sinims. Okay, but all right. Anyone else?
네, 2번째 질문하겠습니다. 제가 올해 3월에 처음으로 선언을 검색해서 보라선언에 왔습니다. 4월에 마스터가 방한하실 때 상담도 받고 20분씩 앉으라고 하셨는데 물단식한 후에 2시간씩 앉을 수 있었습니다. 결과부자한 후에 통증이 심해서 새벽에 잠들기도 어렵고 아침에 일어나는 것도 어렵습니다. 그 생활 패턴을 바꿔보기 위해서 아침에 결과부자를 했더니 다리가 너무 아파서 밥 먹고 화장실 가는 거 외에는 전혀 생활을 할 수 없습니다. 그래서 보라선언에 너무 오고 싶었지만 계속 못 오게 되어서 집에서 줌으로 예불 참여하고 결과부자 및 개인 기도하는 걸로 대체하고 있습니다. 여기에서 질문입니다. 지은 죄가 너무 많고 이번 생에 극락왕생하고 싶은데 제가 지금과 같은 상황에서 어떻게 해야 하는지 묻습니다.
So my second question is, I actually came to JC for first time this March, and then by April I met Master, and then Master advised me to sit for 20 minutes. But after I fast, I drink water. I drink only water, and then after fasting, I could sit for 2 hours. But because of the full lotus, I cannot sleep, and because I sleep late, I wanted to come to JC so much, but I couldn't. So what I did in my home is that I followed the ceremony by Zoom, by online, and I practiced full lotus by myself. So the question is that I have so many offenses, and I would like to go to the Pure Land, gain a rebirth in Pure Land this lifetime. In these circumstances, what should I do?
Go to the Pure Land. Very good. Just find ways to go to the Pure Land. Okay? It's kind of, for many of you, it's kind of late for you to expect to become enlightened because it takes a lot of hard work. For you to become enlightened, it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of suffering. For when you get older, it's rather difficult for you to be able to endure these things. And it's not impossible, but it's a lot of hard work. So, but one step at a time. Try your best at home, and if you can, then go to the temple, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or a week, and so forth. Okay? Baby steps. We all have to go through that. Okay. At the cheese, that's when the schedule is designed and the environment is designed to help you purify yourself. Okay, and that's the word that the Buddhists, especially the Mahayana practitioners, use a lot. Purify yourself. And today, as our talk here, I'd like to talk to you about how to purify yourself. Yes, the lady is sitting in the field of grass.
주미 씨.
네. 맞서.
Does she know that she's sitting in the field of grass? Or just, are we the only one who can see it, or she can see it? Oh, okay. Okay.
네, 들리세요? 네. 마스터, 지난주 슬라이드에 대해서 질문이 있고요. 지난주 마스터께서 2가지 사견 중에 2번째가 자기 자신에게 집착한다, 탐욕스럽게 집착한다 였어요. 네.
Look at that. It's so cool. It says talking Jumi, now talking broadcast.
So
Excellent. Technology, huh? Very good.
So I have a
Looks
question.
like Alice, small Alice in Wonderland. Don't you think so? Yeah, she looks like it. Yeah. If you weren't wearing glasses, it would be a lot more authentic. Yeah, go ahead, translation.
So I have a question from last week about 2 deviant views. The second one was you greedily attached to yourself.
네, 마스터 제 질문은 탐욕스럽게 자신에게 집착하는 게 개인주의자도 여기에 해당되는지가 제 질문이거든요. 그러니까 언뜻 생각하면 자기애석 성격장애나 이기주의자가 탐욕스럽게 자신에게 집착한다는 이그젠플이 될 수 있다고 생각하는데 개인주의자도 여기 두 번째 사견에 해당되는지 질문드립니다.
So what I want to know is greedily being attached to yourself, does it include individualism too? I know that like selfishness and egotistical, those kind of people I see as a second deviant views, but what about individualism?
그러니까 그 자기애성 성격 장애가 나르시스틱 퍼스널리티 디스오더고 셀피시한 사람은 이제 탐욕스럽게 자신에게 집착하는 것 같은 이그젠플인 것 같은데 이게 개인주의자도 해당되는 건지 네네 네. 그러니까 자기애성 성격 장애가 그러니까 나르시스트요. 네. 네네 맞아요. 네네.
So the narcissistic personal disorder, is it included in the two deviant views?
What?
Narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissistic.
No, narcissistic people are very adorable.
마스터, 여기 죄송한데 마스터는 그러실 수 있는데 한국의 심리학에서 한국의 심리학자들이 분류하기로는 세 가지 조심해야 되는 성격 장애에 해당되거든요. 자기애성 성격 장애, 소시오패스, 그다음에 아무튼 생각이 안 난다. 예. 아무튼 좀 위험한 성격 장애로 분류가 돼요, 나르시스트는.
You know, I noticed something is kind of unusual. The trees behind her are immobile. Usually the wind blows in the trees, like in the Pure Land, the leaves move and there's this sound of music, pervading it. But somehow the trees behind her don't move at all. No birds, no bees. Interesting. What was it? Translation.
So I'm sorry, Master, but in Korea, there's three kinds of personality disorder, and the narcissistic personality disorder is one of them.
Well, I'm in the U.S. I don't know about Korean disorders. Ask me when I'm in Korea. Do I look like I know everything? Ask me something I can understand or can answer. Is it normal? When it says disorder, that means something wrong with you. Get well. What do you want me to do? If you have some kind of personality disorder, go get some help. Go see a therapist. Go see a shrink. Get yourself fixed. When you become normal, then come and see us. Okay, and cultivate. We only cultivate. We don't fix our personality disorders. Why do you ask about that? You want to put your colleagues out of a job? It's not what we do. Okay? How do we go into personality disorders? We are all normal people here. Okay. Yeah, very good. Thank you for your questions. It looks kind of fake, the background. Okay. The cheese, or the time you spend here, the environment of the temple here, when you come to the temple, is designed to help you purify yourself. How does it happen? Okay, may I explain to you. According to the Buddhist authorities, they say there are three causes of purity. Next slide. No one's controlling my computer. Okay, never mind. Now let me do it myself. Okay. What's the original Chinese here? What is body and mind apart from where? Apart from what? Oh, 身心远离. Okay, very good. The first one is the mind and the body distancing itself. Okay, you distance yourself. To purify yourself is to distance your body and your mind. You distance your body by keeping away from evil friends, evil people. Okay, so when you see evil people, then stay away from them. Don't draw near them. Okay, instead we see evil people, put more distance between you and them, unless I specifically designate you to go near evil people. That's different. Okay, when you have enough wisdom, then we would encourage you to go near evil people. When you do not have enough wisdom yet, okay, you keep yourself, keep the distance from evil people. Okay, in particular, in our environment, the majority of our people are cultivating, and therefore they're good people you can draw near. Okay. However, there will be a few rare evil people, and they stand out. Okay, and so you can spot them. Okay, and that's normal. That's they're part of the community of cultivation. So that's why you have something to distance yourself from, even in our environment. Okay, for the mind is to keep the distance from evil thoughts. Okay, so that's how you purify yourself. If you simply keep the distance from evil people and keep your distance from evil thoughts, okay, how are you going to keep your mind from your own evil thoughts? Okay, by recognizing evil thoughts, and their thoughts are evil, and therefore you should not embrace those thoughts. You should be ashamed of yourself. They're not your friends. They are your enemies. It's the enemies from within. Okay, don't look very far. Okay, you look at yourself. First, you keep the physical distance from people who are bad news for you, who do evil things. And then once you're able to do that, then you look at yourself. You keep yourself away from evil thoughts. Okay? What are evil thoughts? Evil thoughts are, in general, thoughts that violate cause and effects, that are against goodness, you can follow the guidelines of the 7 principles, okay, that we recite every evening. And those are the guidelines for you to gauge how to separate yourself from the evil. Okay? In particular, once I certify you to have wisdom, meaning that for me, wisdom is you enlightened. 4A, well, we call it small enlightenment, okay, and not that impressive, but I give you special consideration. Or if you are a little bit better, you are 1G or higher, then it's called authentic enlightenment. And then what is the evil for you? Besides those evil thoughts that violate the 6 or 7 principles. Your evil thoughts then becomes, in particular, your ego. When I call you and I certify you to be enlightened or to have wisdom, Okay, and then you are in a category, from as far as I'm concerned, of the people who should not nurture thoughts of selfishness, thinking that yourself is so important. Okay, such people, such thoughts are evil, the sources of evil in our environment. Any questions about this? You think I casually tell you that you are 4A, you are 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, so they say, oh, I made it, therefore I'm so special now. You have such thoughts, it's called evil thoughts. It's not worthy of a person of your station. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you keep on nurturing such thoughts, you will eventually fall and will sink a lot faster than you think. All right? Number two, another source for purifying yourself while you're here, in particular, you're at home cultivating through signing on to on the internet, is to lessen desires and to know contentment. Okay, that's how you purify yourself. Okay, what does it mean, lessen desires? Lessen desires means that for what you have not been able to get yet, okay, you don't feel afflicted and be greedy for it. On the other hand, no contentment means that whatever you have, okay, you already obtained, then learn to enjoy it, okay? And don't think it because it's not enough as the way you expected it, and then you become dissatisfied. No need to be. You learn to enjoy what you have. That's one of the secrets to happiness, not just purity, but happiness. People of the world, unlike you, they are dissatisfied because they never have enough. They're always looking at outside, okay, and therefore they never satisfied. They're dissatisfied because they never feels enough. Okay, so purity here, in this particular area, is about desires. Okay, the realm we live in is a desire realm. So that's what we do all day long, is desire, desire, desire. Okay, and that's why we're all so unhappy. That's why we are never satisfied. So that's the sources of impurities for us. Any questions? Third one. In particular, in our environment, we have a special program where this program is really has a big section, is designed to train the next spiritual leaders for the world. Okay, and so that's called the Sangha, because right now, I'm not happy with the way the Sangha is being trained. Not the Chinese style, not the Vietnamese style, not the Korean style. That's why we call it American style. Okay, so for the sangha here, we have to be conscious of using the 4 kinds of offerings. Okay, if you know how to manage these four kinds of offerings to sustain our practice. In fact, I'm very pleased that our Sangha has more and more members who are younger, who are eager to be trained, because that's a very, very special kind of training that's much faster than the lay person's lifestyle. So we the Sangha depends on the 4 kinds of offerings: the clothing, the food and drinks, the beddings, and the medicine. And so for all these 4 kinds of offerings, we should feel content, happy and content. Okay, and meaning that we should have enough only and not be greedy for them. So actually, what's beautiful about the Vinaya in Buddhism is that the Buddha specifically described in the Vinaya on these criteria on how to handle the 4 kinds of offerings from the lay people. And this is very special kinds of wisdom that enables our people to purify themselves a lot faster than ordinary people or secular people. Okay, so it's very, very special kind of system where we can purify ourselves, and not just purify ourselves, but also plant the cause for sagehood or transcendental wisdom. Okay, it's very, very special. Only in Buddhism will you find it, and this is the kind of environment that we hope to foster at our temples to help train spiritual leaders. And because these spiritual leaders will then, in turn, create the proper environment for you, lay people, to come and practice under our umbrella, under our protection, and under our guidance. All right? So those are the 3 causes for purity, okay, in Buddhism. Any questions and comments? Yes, one.
Master, what is Le Duan Xiu?
What?
What is number 4, Le Duan Xiu?
Duan Xiu. Le Duan Xiu. Duan is to sever. Okay. So Duan Xiu, you practice severing. Practice severance. Okay. What kind of severance? Severing your attachments. Severing your afflictions. Okay, meaning that if when you are during these intensive practices like the teas or at our temples, you're in an environment where you actually are looking at your many afflictions, and you need to deal with those afflictions. Don't think you come to the temple, it's going to be so peaceful and so happy, and you have a smile on your face constantly. Okay. In contrast, in our environment, And very few, every now and then you will enjoy it, okay? Actually, I was teaching someone, and for 2 hours, or actually for 1 hour and 50 minutes, it's a lot of suffering. And the last 5 minutes is so much bliss and happiness. Okay? So this kind of environment and the way that I train you, now those of you who are qualified will learn to cut off their afflictions, and that's when they are able to experience greater bliss and greater pleasures than before. I explained it to you a long time ago. Okay, cultivation is like a pendulum. Hey, look at the sound. It's perfect. Dee, 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 dee. Yeah? Isn't that cool? Okay. So it's cultivation like a pendulum. Okay? So where does the sound come from? Oh, it's the ice cream guy outside. Yeah, he says, I'm here. Come and get it. Ice cream. The boy says, Mom, can I have $5? Okay, what's a pendulum? Here's what happens. If you come, this is just as a tip for you. You come to the temple and or a place in where you pay some money to sit down and enjoy your bliss and peace and bliss. Okay, and then it's you stagnating. Okay, this is it. Okay, yeah. Because this is the nature of your mind. It attaches to pleasant things. Right, Jumi?
There is actually an ice cream man outside.
There's really an ice cream guy outside?
Yeah.
I knew it. Down in Southern California, in our temple, they have a different music. Here, they go kee, 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 kee. Okay, here's what happens. Okay, if you come to the temple, I know many of you weaklings. Okay, come to the temple and say, I want to find peace and bliss here because I'm suffering so much at home. I want to get away from my home and come to the temple, experience peace and bliss. Okay, that's fine. You're suffering so much, we understand. Okay, but once you recover, after you restore your balance, okay, we give you time to acclimate yourself to our environment. Okay. And that's where you're practicing cutting off to cultivate. What kind of cutting off? Okay, you learn to endure suffering. Like, let's say, keep a simple example. Like, we teach you to sit in full lotus. The longer you sit, the more you suffer. Yeah, the more painful it becomes. Yeah, see this? The longer you sit, the more uncomfortable it gets, right? But because on this side the pain increases, okay, after you're able to let go, it swings the other way, you have more pleasure out of life than before. But if, on the other hand, you only are accustomed to this kind of oscillation in your pendulum, in your clock, okay, this is the nature of your life. This is it. It maxes out this. But if you come to our temple, we train you and we make you endure more difficult practices. So it's a suffering involved here. You're not coming here just only for pleasure. Yeah, there's pleasure, but we're more interested in inflicting pain on you. Okay, for that reason, because it's like a pendulum. If you insist on only peace and bliss, then you are stagnating. This is what the Tibetans, the non-Buddhists are selling you. Okay? They're selling you this. That doesn't interest me. You can go there. You can go to most temples, you find this. Our temple, we give you more difficult tasks. Okay? So this side here is challenging for you. And giving it again, using a simple example, sitting in full lotus. You sit longer, it hurts more. Yeah? The more you sit, okay, the longer, it's more painful. And eventually, it will swing the other way if you do it long enough under our guidance. See? So from here, the pain increases, discomfort increases, but it will swing the other way. And this is what makes your life so much more pleasant, so much more pleasurable than before. Before, you only get this high on your normal oscillation. But because of this training here, our temples, you will go this way. But that for this, you require to go this way as well. You got that? That's number 4. This is very difficult to do, by the way, folks. This is what we've been doing since day one. Okay? Since I started teaching you, this is number 4. Do you do this? Once you do this, you'll be addicted to it. This is even more addictive than opium. Because you know what? Opium maxes out. This you can keep on increasing. And it swings the other way. And there's a method behind it. It's not something that you do it on your own. You wouldn't know. It's not like the Catholics, they have self-flagellation. They take this whip or whatever, and they beat themselves to death until they bleed and so forth. That is useless, by the way. Okay, this doesn't do anything, except you look like a crazy man. Okay, this is rather stupid. There is a methodology behind it, okay? And that's number 4. Questions? All right, very good. If you have no questions, we can stop here. No, is that enough? Is the ice cream man still around?
No.
Gone?
He walked down that street.
Oh, no. What do you do now with the next 10 minutes? Okay, 1.
Master, I want to go back to number 1, cause of purity. When you said stay away from like evil friends,
Yeah.
right? And you use one of the examples.
Don't draw near evil people.
I'm trying to understand the definition of evil, because I thought evil is doing harm and no good. And then you...
Oh, they like to do. I don't know about you. I met so many people. I look everywhere. I see people who are so evil.
I feel like I haven't met that many people who are so evil and want to hurt people, but that so many people are thinking themselves as very important, and they're like very, full of themselves. Are they considered evil? Then we will have very little friends left.
Those people who are very egotistical, they usually are very evil. Especially where you came from, where we came from, where in the MBA program is all egotistical people. We think we're the greatest. Very evil. Okay? Evil is... not only do you not believe in cause effect, it's probably too not that clear to you, but evil people are self-serving. they feel justified in doing anything or harming anyone to get what they want. That's what we are encouraged to do, unfortunately. Okay, your children are encouraged to become evil because they only calculate for themselves. It's very short-sighted.
Master,
And there are plenty of people who, when you look closely, that they are willing to do anything, especially harming anyone, to get what they want. And for those people, when I see such people that I trained to have some kung fu, and then they reveal themselves like that, I say, you can go. Okay, because we gave you plenty of chances, but you keep on blowing it up, and you keep on blowing it, so get out. You're done here. Just because I tolerate you doesn't mean I'm stupid. I'm just giving you chances for you to reform. You don't reform, get out. Okay? And when you have children, this is very important. This is to your parents, you watch who your children draw near, what their friends are. Same thing. We sit here and we watch you, who you befriend. Okay? And that says a lot about your tendencies. You mean you never met evil people before in your life? Start with that. Okay? And then it'll be clearer as you understand more about, through cultivation, you understand more about the nature of evil. Okay?
Master,
fundamentally, the Buddha says evil is not belief in cause and effect. Okay? But that's very profound for you. Very simple. Evil people, they're harmful. They harm others. They're willing to harm others to get what they want. Okay? That's a very coarse level. You can see plenty of those people around. And as I said, when I certify you to have wisdom already, and you still feel yourself as so special, so important, you watch out. You're becoming more and more evil. Okay?
Master, are most people evil outside our temple, like by this definition?
No,
No?
plenty of people are very decent. In the U.S. here, there are a lot of decent people. So many decent people. They're cops, they're bookkeepers, they're lawyers, they're doctors. There are plenty of people. Okay, because those people, thank God, they are Christians, they're Catholics, they're Buddhists, they're Mormons, they are Jews, and so forth. There are lots of decent people. On the other hand, there are islands of decency. And so that's why we want to be a fort of goodness where they can come here. They don't have to be Buddhists. Come here. And we'll protect them. We'll shelter them for 7 days, for 1 day, to reinforce the goodness and decency in them. That they should not lose faith because the difference between evil and goodness is that when you're evil, you descend, you sink. When you go towards goodness, you distance yourself from evil, then you ascend. Okay? And we're not talking about nirvana. You ascend to the heavens, you ascend to the realms where you'll be a lot better off. But if you still insist on evil and serving your ego only, okay, that's at a course level, that's what they're for. They say me, 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 me. You MBA people know what I'm talking about. Me, 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 me. I'm number one. I'm the smartest. I'm the best. Okay? I'm the most powerful. I'm the richest. And those are I am right there. It's the ego is evil, and the ego is the source of their sufferings. Okay? And you can't really blame them because they never been taught properly. Because society conditions give them a bad conditioning. They go to places like the MBA schools, business schools. You get an MBA, and it reinforces those values. Unfortunately, yes, it helps create the advancements in the material things, but also at the same time destroys the social fabric if you're not careful. How many people can you find like Mr. Buffett? He's rich, but he's ethical. He would not intentionally harm someone to benefit himself, as far as I know, even though he chose wrong investments. Coca-Cola, and so forth. Yes, yeah, there's some weaknesses there, some lack of wisdom there. But fundamentally, as a man, you look at him as a man, he's not evil at all. I don't see him as an evil person. I see him as a good person, a very, very good person, just misguided, but a very, very good person. Okay, he has wisdom, but he's misguided in his use of wisdom, unfortunately, from as far as I'm concerned. But on the opposite of the spectrum, when you see a lot of rich people, much richer than him, I see them as evil. And if they give me money, I wouldn't take that evil money. Because when you take their money, their food, their cars, you have to bear how those cars were obtained to be given to you. You have to bear the weight of those evil karmas they create so that they can give those things to you. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather be poor, which is the case. Be perfectly happy being poor. Okay? See, these rich people are worried about donating their money. I'm more worried about receiving money from evil people. Okay? It doesn't pay. Not to me personally. It's not worth it. Okay? Because I have to pay and shoulder their burden of how they arrived at those things they're given to us. Not worth it to me. We're not that desperate to grow, desperate to be famous, desperate to have more temples. Not at all. If tomorrow we stop, we don't grow more temples, we don't have more sanghas, I'm happier, let me tell you. Just because we grow, we have more temples, do I look happier? No, I don't. I suffer more, that's all I do. But I'm investing, so future lifetime, I'd be happy. Okay, that's a middle way. Does it make sense to you? If you're scared, you say, I don't want to suffer. This is where you are. You're always like this, yourself. But if you given an opportunity to do the right things, to help others, and for that there's a price for you to pay. Okay, you suffer to help others. Then it's a good it's good for you. It's good for the world. Good for everyone. All right? It's never for yourself. You understand? The ordinary people, they do things for themselves. I do it because I want to be more important. I want to be richer. I want to be smarter. I want to be better than you. There's all sorts of garbage in their heads. Okay? We do this. We suffer in order to help others. That's what our Buddhas did. That's what my Chinese teacher did. Unfortunately, after he did that, he left behind a lot of money. And my generation, my peers, only see themselves as so special, because he never taught them that. He never taught them that they're not that special. Okay, and so they no longer suffered. You see, they're so comfortable, so rich now. They have so much money now. There's so many disciples catering to them now. So they're like this. Okay, whereas you, okay, future generation will have, I hope you come to places like our way places and learn to endure and the difficulties and delight in cutting off. Okay, and I assure you, after the investment of 1 day, 2 days, 2 hours, 1 week, 3 weeks, okay, you will bring back the joy and the delights in life to your family. You know, it rubs off you. Okay? That's what we do, folks. That's why we're doing this. No matter how poor we are, we still do it because it's the right thing, because the opportunity is there for us to do it. Not that we crave to do it, not at all. You ask me, I'm too old for this. That's my first reaction. Why am I doing this? Okay, I'm a retirement age already. I collect Social Security now. which is the way the U.S. government tells me you can be retired to the pasture, okay, like Jumi's garden there, okay, and be eventually put away. All right. You understand, huh? That there's a middle way. No, we're not that, we're happy right now. We're not that crazy about growth and getting more. But if there is a chance for us to do it, we would do it. Okay? Okay? Okay, so that we avoid the complacency. Okay? Because the purpose is never about ourselves. The focus is never ourselves. It's about, improving the quality of life of others, and by doing that, we improve our quality of life. To help others, this is what it takes. You need to suffer to help others. Is that clear? You cannot help others and expect not to suffer. So we help others, we suffer to help others, so that we bring more joy to ourselves and to others. Does it help? Okay, good question. Thank you, everyone. We stop here today.